back to 7th grade math support. My name is Dr. Griggs, and our topic for today is ratios and proportional relationship. Our objectives are going to be 6 under this topic. We are on the 5th, and let's check that objective out. For today's objective, we have explained what a point x, y on the graph of a proportional relationship means in terms of the situation, with special attention to the points 0, 0, and 1r, where r is the unit rate. So let's look at an example. Okay, here we have the problem is buying apples at a constant rate. A farmer's market sells apples at a constant price per pound. For every 1 pound of apples, the cost is $2. The relationship between the number of pounds of apples, x, and the total cost, y, can be represented on a graph. So the questions we are addressing are, what does a point x, y on this graph mean in terms of the situation? And specifically explain the meaning of the points 0, 0, and 1, 2. So let's look at what this would look like on the graph. I'm just going to make a really rough graph here. We have our x-axis and our y-axis. So let's make just a few tick marks here. So we'll have 0, 0. And then we have 1, 2. Okay, so in regards to this situation, well, if we're at 0, 0, that would mean that we have not bought any apples. Therefore, there's no pounds of apples. Therefore, there's no cost. So 0, 0 means we have not done anything at the farmer's market yet. Now, 1, 2, in relation to this situation, is saying that 1x, which is number of pounds of apples, so 1 pound of apples costs, so total costs $2. So that's what 1, 2 is telling us. For 1 pound of apples, it costs $2. So if we were to continue with this trend, then we can do, if we had 2 pounds of apples, then that would, let me just make one more up here, then that would be at 4, 2, 4. So that means 2 pounds of apples will cost $4. And we can continue going up on this line. Of course, we wouldn't go negative because that means we would owe the farmer market money. So all of our numbers for this case would be positive. So all of them will be housed within this first quadrant of the coordinate plane. And also they're proportional. And when it goes through the origin, that's also telling us that we have a proportional relationship, as well as if every line, any point on that line is the same relationship, in this case 1 to 2, in some form or fashion, then that will also indicate that we have a proportional relationship. So that is breaking down what a ordered pair on the graph means in terms of this particular situation, which is dealing with buying apples at the farmer's market. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful to you. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll be glad to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining my tutoring session today. If you enjoyed the way that I instruct, and you think that I would be a useful addition to your student or to yourself, feel free to scan this QR code. It is going to take you directly to my profile page where you can get set up on weekly classes with me. Looking forward to seeing you in the classroom.